Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, I'm Kieran, and last year I was still taking in my exam results and the fact that I would be going to Cambridge University to read law. 1 year later I finished my first year and I look forward to my second year starting in the autumn, so not too long now. Now some of you might have received your results recently and you might be going to university, wherever that might be. And like me last year, you're probably both excited at this new chapter, but also very nervous as well. And one question you might have is, what is Freshers Week like? What is this first week of university life like? So in this video, I'm going to be giving my 5 tips on Freshers Week. Starting with tip number 1, and that is, don't worry about making friends straight away. Now, I've talked about this on my channel before, that one of the concerns I had was about making friends and whether I would be able to, just form good friendships. And I think one of the concerns I had was about trying to make the friends straight away. And one advice I got and I've learnt is that you don't need to worry about making them straight away. The first point is that sometimes the people that you meet in Freshers Week are not necessarily going to be the people that you're with at the end of your first year or second year, because friendships develop and change over time as you meet more and more people. And the second thing is you're all in the same situation, you're all in this new chapter, and you're all probably going to be nervous to different degrees. So don't worry about, I've got to talk to that person because I need to make a friend straight away. Friendships happen just over time. I think that probably goes without saying, but it's true. You have to just be patient, and just not worry about it. And the best way to start is just you just say hi to them. You ask them, what did you get in your exam results? How how do you feel about being here? Or just asking where you're from. You just start with those simple icebreaker like questions. In terms of my experience, the great thing about Freshers Week is that quite often universities will put things on, whether that be by the university or through the colleges. If it's like Cambridge, that's got a college system, and they put activities on, and that's a good opportunity for you to meet new people and just get to know them. Not because you need to make friends straight away, but because you're meeting new people in this new and very different environment. One thing you can do to meet new people is have a doorstop. I had a doorstop. It was like a little owl doorstop. I didn't actually use it, so I bought it but didn't actually use it. But if you do get one, it's up to you, of course. It just depends on the situation, and it depends on what you want to do. But getting a doorstop is quite useful, so you can keep your door open, and it just means that people can come in and they can just say hi, even if it's just literally just to say hi. Nice to meet you. I'm whoever, and just chatting for a little bit, and that's just a good way of meeting new people. But the main thing is, don't worry about having to make friends in your first week. You are at university for 3-4 years, depending on your degree, if not more. These things take time, and there'll be loads of support there, and lots of opportunities to meet new people. And that's the lovely thing about Freshers Week, is you just get to meet new people, who are all from different backgrounds, and who are all in the same situation as you, i.e. as freshers starting at university. My second bit of advice is do what you want to do in Freshers Week. Now, of course, there'll be things that you might need to do. For example, when I was at Freshers Week, I had to sign up with my local GP there, so there'll be things that will be arranged by a university/college that you'll need to do. But what I mean by this is, for us, we had loads of activities put on, bowling, meetups, things like that. Walks, I think, around the Botanic Gardens, I think, was one of them. I didn't go to that one, but I'm sure that was on. And what the point is that there'll be loads of things on, but you don't have to do all of it. your Freshers Week, you're trying to settle into this new environment, so you need to just take your time and just do things that you want to do. So if there's I don't know, like a cafe, run where you basically go to different cafes around town and you really like that sort of thing, go for it. But at the same time, if people are going out clubbing and you're thinking, no, I don't really want to do that this time around, then that's fine. Don't worry about what people might think, because you're starting out. You need to get your feet on the ground and get yourself sorted. I did some of the I did. I went on. I think it was like a pub run, which is basically like a cafe run, but you just go around the different pubs nearby, and then went to Spoons, I think, afterwards, I believe. So that's one thing I did, but I didn't do everything. I didn't do the bowling. I think that was on, for instance. Third bit of advice is get a feel for your environment. And what I mean by that is you can use your first week if you want to. If you don't want to do whatever activities on, you could just maybe have a walk around the town. This is particularly, of course, if you are new to that place. So, for example, I hadn't really been to Cambridge before, apart from mostly on open days. So it's a good opportunity to have a look around. You could even walk over to where you'd be having your lectures, or where you might be, if you've got lab sessions, if you're doing some kind of like science degree, or something equivalent, you can go walk over and say, there it is. And that's quite useful. You can do that in your first week, where so you know where you're going for when your lectures or your lab sessions or whatever starts. So you could do that. You could, if you're in a college, just have a walk around your college, get a feel for it, especially if you haven't been there before on an open day or anything like that. And I think that's quite useful. Because you want to get used, and it's all about settling in, like I said, getting used to that environment and getting a feel for it, because it will take time. You're not going to get fully used to it in Freshers Week, but I think using Freshers Week and the time available to have a look around is probably quite useful. My fourth bit of advice is just to remember that you're not alone, and this is in particular on the matter of homesickness. Now, I felt this myself in the first few weeks and months at uni. I'm sure other uni students watching this have felt the same, and it's natural and understandable, because as well as being a big step, because it's a new chapter in your life, you are potentially moving quite a long distance away from your friends and family. And for some of you, it might be quite a long distance, moving from another country potentially. And it means, for example, you're going to probably spend nights without your family, where you would have obviously been with your family had you been at home, or not meeting so and so where you would have had you been at home. And that's probably one of the biggest challenges of uni life and Freshers Week, is trying to adjust to this different environment where you've got different people around you than what you would usually have. But the benefit about Freshers Week is like what I was talking about in my first bit of advice, and that is just being able to meet new people and being able to just get to know them, these people from different backgrounds, and then eventually making friends with them. And take it from me, my friends are just brilliant, and it just means you've got like a new source of support that you can have there whilst you're at uni, and also whilst you can keep also in contact with your friends and family through obviously other means, Facebook, etc. But while you're there, you've got a new source of support there, and it's brilliant. That takes time, like I said in my first bit of advice, but it's really helpful. And also remember, at Cambridge and at Homerton we've got the HUS, which is the Homerton Union of Students. They obviously put on the activities during Freshers Week, but they also provide support for freshers. And you'll probably have something, or like to have something equivalent at your university, and they are there to help you. Because they'll have been there. When I was there, in my first year, were second years, most of them, if not in their third year. And so they've gone through it, they've experienced it, and they can be there to help you and just to be a shoulder for you, be there to support you whenever you're feeling a bit homesick or anything like that. If you're at certain universities, I've got colleges, they have the college parent system, they might have it, certainly we have that at Cambridge. And so you'll have your college parents that you can talk to them, and they can be there to support you as well. And my fifth bit of advice is just to remember have fun, really. Because whilst it's going to be a big move, and whilst there's going to be some challenges, it's important to just grasp this new chapter in your life. It's an opportunity to meet new people, experience things that you haven't experienced before, and whilst there might be things that you might not want to do in Freshers Week, like I was talking about in advice number 2, try something out. You might want to try at least one new thing out. For example, before I went to Cambridge, I've said this before, but before I went to Cambridge, I never went clubbing, not at all. But in Freshers Week and in the first, in my first year at uni, I went clubbing. The first time I wasn't sure about it, but then eventually I just got into it, and it's since then I've just enjoyed it just because you get to be with your friends. So I think it's just very important that you just have fun, and just remember that people are there to support you, and everyone, the other students there are obviously in a similar situation to you. They're starting uni life just like you. So I hope you've found this video helpful. If you've got any questions about Freshers Week, put it in the comment section below. I'll also link in vlog 1, which was my Freshers Week, and so you get to see what I went through in that vlog. You can also, of course, give this video a like, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and you can subscribe to the channel and check out my other videos and vlogs. And yeah, good luck for Freshers Week for those who have got it, whether it's this year or in the years to come.